the demons call when they do what they do. And now I feel like taking off, find a place with a view. The pain is never gonna stop if it's controlling you. I know that time can heal it all, I just gotta get through. I just gotta get through, I just gotta get through. Cause I feel like taking off, find a place with a view. The pain is never gonna stop if it's controlling you. I know that time can heal it all, I just gotta get through. Sometimes I feel like all is lost, but I know it's not true. I wanna put up all my walls cause I'm not in the mood, but then I cut myself off from the rest of the room. I know that time can heal it all if you're patient and soon. It can all be worth it, all the searching. Pain is never really permanent, but damn it hurts, man. I could feel all of the turbulence and it's concerning. I've been searching for a purpose, I hope it's worth it. This society is really trying me. Ain't no hide and seek, I hide to be far from anxiety. I need my space, I need my privacy. I need some silence, please, you're all too loud. You don't speak quietly, opinions violently thrown across every surface. It makes me nervous, is the world honestly burning? That's all I'm learning. Hope that we can make a turn and start reversing. All our minds have put the work in, we got some work, man. I can hear the demons call when they do what they do. And now I feel like taking off, find a place with a view. The pain is never gonna stop if it's controlling you. I know that time can heal it all, I just gotta get through. I just gotta get through, I just gotta get through. Cause I feel like taking off, find a place with a view. The pain is never gonna stop if it's controlling you. I know that time can heal it all, I just gotta get through. I just gotta get through. Gotta get through this, life is a nuisance, tie up some loose ends. I try to be human, find a solution, my evolution. A place like this, it didn't exist, we made it like this. So you can go pick the bad or the good, got a glass halfway. I know, it's easier to hide than just to lay low. Not everyone in life has got a halo. I'm standing in the red inside a payphone, just wanna break, no. I'm not gonna give in, take a last shot, Michael J. Win. No, I'm not a robot, I'm in my own skin. Never get lost when thoughts pull you in. I miss the old you, we died with a purpose. All the energy around me felt nervous, scared I would pop out fast to the surface. Had to cut it off before you made me worthless. Torn apart, I've been torn and scarred. I had a given art, but now I'm peaking smart. I'm keeping up my guard, I'm hiding every card. A royal flush of bluff, you never know what's hard. With a back to the mat, gonna see where I'm at. I'ma fight like I'm mad, I'ma be something that they can never be me. Nice try, but they'll see I achieve everything while they stay salty.
Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode here on the channel as we're back for some more Baltimore Ravens franchise as we're inside the Ravens Nest podcast and we're in the finale of the regular season as we just finished up in the last episode the final game of the season, winning that game against the Steelers on the road 28-12. And now we see ourselves in the driver's seat right now in the AFC as we are the number one seed here. And of course, the Ravens looking to try to see if they can get to the championship this season. Try to see if we can bring home that Lombardi trophy that we have not won in quite some time. It's been a couple of years since we've won a championship. So, with that being said, we are going to, of course, look at our stats here in this episode. Of course, look at some games that kind of stick out, for, at least for me, for this season that were, times where I feel like okay, yeah, this team we're going the right direction. We've got things going our way. So that being said here, let's look at some of those numbers here as we'll pull up our stats for the season here. And let's take a look here at Lamar Jackson. A really good year. I wish we didn't have as many interceptions as we did. We ended up having 14 interceptions for the season, but 34 touchdowns. He had 3,609 yards passing this year, which is, I think, really, I was trying to focus on more of his passing ability. Over the years, he's gotten better and better with it. And of course, there you see here, 61% of passes completed. His longest pass was 77 yards. And of course, he was sacked 17 times. Now, we didn't run the ball as much with him, which the Baltimore Ravens in real life, they run the ball quite often. Obviously there's some design plays there for him, but we're really trying to focus the run really with Henry this season, and I think if Henry sticks around for another year, I think then we'll start putting more in focus of both of them. But I want to really just see what we can do with Henry this first year here, at least with me as the user in this series, and see what Henry's all about. And because in years past, I've always never really had a chance to play as as Derrick Henry when it comes to games. And this year was a lot of fun seeing him run the ball. 2,782 yards this season with 36 rushing touchdowns, the most of the season. As a matter of fact, he broke the season rushing touchdown record. And of course, there you see one fumble this season. His longest run was 94 yards here this year. Lamar getting close to it, came up short of 1,000 yards there, but 802 for him, 10 rushing touchdowns. He had 2 fumbles this season. Hill 292 and 7 touchdowns on the ground there for him. His longest run was 48 yards. And then, of course, we got our fullback in play here. We'll probably see a lot more of our fullback here in the future. In this, especially here in the playoffs, we'll probably utilize him more, especially on that short yardage there, on the second and 1, second and 2, third and 1, third and 2, stuff like that. Maybe even on fourth downs there, we'll try to work with him and get him involved there. But yeah, for the most part here, I feel like the rushing game and the rushing, the blocking for the rush and everything was really, really good for the majority of the season. Receiving wise, we have one receiver over 1,000 yards. That is, of course, Mark Andrews, a 7th-year man from Oklahoma. There you see his numbers: 1,382, 13 receiving touchdowns for him for this season. Bateman right behind him with 8 receiving touchdowns. He had 770 yards on 55 catches. Zay Flowers, 50 catches, 654 yards, 6 receiving touchdowns. Hopkins, he's a veteran. Not really expecting too much from him. I will say I was kind of disappointed with all the drops that he did have here most recently here in the last couple of episodes. But 524 and 4 touchdowns for him. Isaiah Likely going to be a huge star for us here in the near future. 354 and 3 touchdowns for him as well. Hill got involved in the passing game as well. He has 1 receiving touchdown on 148 yards on 12 receptions. Henry, 15 receptions, 129, a touchdown there for him. So yeah, I feel like I was really trying to focus in on 2 receivers. Obviously, Andrews being the receiver that we throw to the most, the veteran. And then really trying to work on these 2 right here, Zay Flowers and Rashad Bateman. Try to get them involved a lot more, especially Zay Flowers. But just a lot of teams were just so sticky with him. They were just right on him and just could not really shake off too many guys there. And of course, he is more of a deep threat type of receiver, playmaker there. And we just had a really awful time trying to get the ball to his, with his abilities there. You see there on the screen. There was a lot of teams that were just had some really good corners that just would not let us, really do what we wanted to do, throwing the ball to him. So hopefully he'll get better. Hopefully he'll get his catching traffic and all that kind of stuff will get better, especially his short and medium, and including his deep routes will get better. His release, hopefully we can get that going for him so he can start breaking away from defenders there. But you see here, he's the top 6% of the wide receivers right now in the league. So, but yeah, I'm hoping that we'll see a little bit more of him in the near future in our passing game. And then blocking wise, Rosengard had him and Stanley had the most sacks they've given up this season. Both had 4. I will say definitely we did not have a huge problem. I guess at the beginning it wasn't that big of a problem. Then it started becoming a thing. But the passing, the guys protecting Lamar and all that kind of stuff. There was times it was kind of rough. But other times it was, for the most part, it was really smooth. The guys did a great job there blocking, and I'm hoping we can continue, protecting him and any other future quarterback we try to bring here to our team, and hopefully we can bring in some even younger, talented, or just talented linemen in general in the next couple of years. But yeah, our guys did a great job there protecting our quarterback and just giving him the time to the pass. Sometimes not always the best there, but for the most part, I think we did a great job there. We wouldn't be in the position that we're in right now if it wasn't. Then tackle-wise, Smith, Hamilton, just flying all over the field there. See Smith there with 155 tackles this season, Hamilton with 139. Washington with 105 and Humphries with 103. Jazair Alexander did a great job there. I almost came close to getting 100 yards or 100 tackles this season, but very impressive there this year. Really happy to see a lot of. I feel like we had a good combination of veterans and some upcoming stars for the defense here. But you see Smith led in TFLs with 40. Compared to Oa, who had 27, so he's by far just playing lights out here. Did a great job there for us. Our sack leader right now, Manny Buck. There you see 17.5 sacks this season. Venoy had 10.5. I wasn't really expecting him to have that type of season, even though that last game that we've seen there in the last episode, he did get injured, which I didn't notice that until I was looking at some of they said that we had an injury, and of course it was him, and it's like we really need him. He's one of those players that we really have really relied on with the experience on the field, and especially we need him right now in the playoffs here. So we'll hopefully he'll be healed up here quickly, and we can get him back out here on the field. But great year there for him. I like his numbers there for the most part. Like I said, I wasn't really expecting too much. He has a mentor tag, so he is mentoring some of the other edge rushers that younger ones we do have. But I think for the most part here, really good season with him. And like I said, if we happen to win the ring, or even if we don't, I would be surprised if he decides to go ahead and just hang up his cleats. Interception wise, Jazair Alexander, I'm really happy to see this. 5 interceptions for him. He had a really good start of the season there. Have kind of tapered off a little bit there, but Humphries has kind of stepped up in that position there, along with Hamilton and Starks there with 2, and then a couple guys with 1. But I think for the most part here that this defense, I'm really looking forward to having a lot of fun building this defense up and making it better and stronger and just try to add more talent as we can as we go along, especially in these secondary positions there, and then linebackers, and of course the guys in the trenches there on the defensive side of things. Forced fumbles, there you see Motherbuck has 6, Owa has 2, Vanoy has 2, Simpson had 2. Simpson really truly has been playing very well for us here in the last couple of days. I feel like this latter half of this season, he's really turned that corner there to becoming having a huge presence there on the defensive side of the ball. And I'm really hoping that we'll seeing him do that more as we go into the second half of the season here, as we go into the playoffs. So we really like to see him really step up and show that leadership role I think he's going to be get himself into, and I think it fits for him. And of course we got some touchdowns as well. I think a couple episodes ago we seen Washington that Packers game there, snagged that ball there and ran it in for a touchdown there. Always nice to see your big guys there, your big defensive linemen, be able to scoop up the ball and take it to the house for a nice touchdown, regardless of the length of the field that he had to run the ball to get that. It's always nice to see our big guys scoring there as well. So that was nice to see there for the team. But yeah, I think for the most part here, this has been just overall a really good season here. You see some of the stats there with his team stats. Did a great job of scoring. Also, stopping from others from scoring. You see we only allowed 359 points this season, 12th in the NFL. So it wasn't the best defensive team there, but we did a great job of really stopping a lot of points being scored, and just being very dominant in a lot of our games that we played in this season. And I'm hoping that we'll continue that here. Of course, it's playoffs. It's going to be rough. It's going to be more tough. And we're not always going to have it go our way. But I think for the most part here, I think we did an excellent job of, showing what we can do here as a team. Let's go take a look at the NFL as a whole. Joe Burrow had the most passing yards there. Mahomes right behind him. Burrow 4,708. Mahomes 4,584. Prescott 4,347. Josh Allen 4,213. Stafford, as you see here down the line, rookie Cam Ward 3,914 yards. He looks like he had 19 touchdowns and 25 interceptions. I believe he had the most interceptions this season. And of course, like I said, this is his first year, so I'm sure Tennessee is not, they're hoping that he'll develop and get better going into next season. But I think a lot of Tennessee fans really realize, like, hey, he's a work in progress. He's going to take some time. He's got to get himself adjusted to the game, and they'll start seeing good things coming out of Tennessee there with that young man. Baker Mayfield, 34 touchdowns, 9 interceptions this year. And that's one of the big reasons why they are going to the playoffs right now. I believe they are the second seed in there. Either second or no. I think they're the 6th seed, something like that. I can't remember. But Baker's been playing some really good football as of late. There you see Drake May, Murray, and then you see Lamar. Most touchdowns, I believe, will go to Patrick Mahomes as he gets 43 touchdowns. Burrow with 39, Josh Allen with 39, Stanford with 36, Justin Fields 35, Mayfield with 34, and there you see we're at 34 as well. Most interceptions, like I said, Cam Ward with 25, Dart with 19, Lawrence with 16, Sanders with 15, Murray with 15 there. We have 14 there. I was really trying my best to stay in the single digits this season here, but that was not the case. But we always got next year. Definitely try to do our best there on that issue there. Quarterback that got sacked the most was Joe Burrow, 64 times this season. Patrick Mahomes, 61. Bo Nix, 55. There you see C.J. Stroud with 51. And Aaron Rodgers with 49. So there's the passing numbers. Rushing wise, looks like we were at the top of the list there. 2,782. Like I said, I had the rushing single season rushing record and the rushing touchdown record for the season as well. And that number there. Walker with Seattle. Seattle's right now the number 1 seed in the West, I believe, or in the AFC, or excuse me, not AFC, NFC. There, Barkley, and then you see some others here. McCaffrey, they're 1,363 or 62 yards there for him. And then rushing touchdowns, of course, it's us with 36. I mean, we just pretty much just ran away with it. Having a lot of those are rushing touchdowns from the in the red zone there. Actually most of them are probably outside the red zone, probably like 30 or 40 yard back. Just big runs there we had. Taylor with 15, Gibbs with 15, Zach Moss with 14. So just some of the numbers here. And of course, if there's a particular player you want to know about rushing touchdowns, let me know down below in the comment section. I will leave you guys with I'll message you back here on the video of who it is, what that player got for the season numbers wise. I'm not going to get into all these numbers here, but you see the rush or the fumbles this season. Warren had the most; he had 6. And then you see Khalil Herbert, Brees Hall's, ETN. Let's go to passing. The leaders there. Tank Dell is your receiver of the year. 1,498 there for the season. Chase right behind him with 1,440. Our guy, 1,382. He's in second or third place there. Andrews is there. With his 13 receiving touchdowns this season. Of course, Tank Dell is your receiving touchdown leader as well, with 18 there for the Texans. So but there you see some other numbers there for some other players. Like I said, there's a player that you guys are looking for or want to know the numbers for this series, this first year in this series. Let me know down below in the comment section, and I will definitely go in and try to look those numbers up. I don't know why I backed out there for. Let's see here, and then defensively, you got looks like Mac Wilson Sr. He had the most tackles this season. There you see our guys at third. Who else? Tackles for loss, 40. That is us there. And then your sack leader right now for the season is Travon Walker, the Jacksonville Jaguars, with 19.5 sacks for the season. And then interception-wise, you got Jalen Ramsey, who was pretty much looking at the stats there. He was kind of a no-show in that game. I think. Well, no, I take that back. He had 1 interception on us, I think. But I think for the most part here, he was we did a pretty good job of kind of avoiding him. With the exception of 1 interception, he really did not do anything else to really make a huge impact in the game for getting the Tampa Steelers out to get a victory there. So, but yeah, here's the rest of your numbers there. Like I said, any other numbers there with any of these players here in this series, let me know down below in the comment section, and we'll definitely I'll definitely take a look and let you guys know. Record wise, I don't think we broke any records. I think just season records here. You see obviously Henry with his 2,782 yards this season for the season, and the rushing touchdowns as well. Other than that, I think that's it. Game wise, I don't think we broke any records. Nothing when it comes to rookie numbers or rookie games. Doesn't look like it, no. So yeah, so that's pretty much it. No career high records. Yeah, so let's go ahead and look at right now at least the awards right now for the early awards. They're saying that could happen. We'll find out after here in a couple weeks what the finals are. But Derrick Henry looks like he's going to be the favorite for right now as the MVP. Having a great season there with us, and just running the ball like a madman. Of course, Coach Harbaugh is going to be the coach of the year. There, see AFC side, you got Henry as your offensive player of the year. You got defensive player of the year, one of our guys there, nice. Really glad to see that being the case there. And then we'll take a look here. You got Henry, the rookie of the year, who put up some really good numbers there, especially against us in that game there against the Patriots just a couple episodes ago. Defensive rookie of the year, there you see that gentleman there. Quarterback, of course, Patrick Mahomes getting that award. Running back is going to be Henry. Wide receiver is Dale. And then one of our linemen is going to be looking at best offensive lineman. Then we have best defensive lineman. Smith. Hey, for the linebacker award there. Nice job. DB. Looks like it's going to be Ramsey. And then kicker is going to be Tyler Loop. So not bad at all. Seeing quite a few of our guys in that position there. Let's go ahead and go look at the NFC side here as we get back into the awards. Eagles have Smith there for offensive player of the year. Defensive player of the year is going to be Greenyard for the Vikings, who've had a really good run, really good interesting year here, able to hold on to that NFC North title and be able to defeat the Packers there in that last game of the season there. Of course, Packers, we've seen that game. We played against them. They were trying their best to avoid being in that position there because they had to win that game against the Vikings to, keep themselves in the playoffs. But yeah, they ended up getting knocked out as they could not defeat the Vikings. Take a look at the defensive player of the year, rookie of the year there, Carter. Quarterback, of course, Jalen Hurts is going to be on that list as he still on a Super Bowl high from last season, and now trying to continue the same thing again here this season. And Gibbs there for the Lions. You see Smith there for best wide receiver, best O-line. Looks like it's one of a Bears player. Jonathan Greenyard there for the Vikings, best DL. Best linebacker, Cooper for the Packers. Best DB, Woolen, as he is for the Seahawks. And the best kicker is Graham Gino there for the Giants. So hopefully we'll see those winners here. And of course, they'll get some bonuses, some nice XP for winning awards here. That'll be very helpful for us and their development here, especially for the Ravens. All right. So as we go ahead and take a look here, let's look at let's look at the bracket right now. So we have the number 1 seed in the American or the AFC. There you see in second place is the Chargers. They'll be hosting the Dolphins in their early game. Then coming up after that, you have the 3 seed there, Jacksonville hosting the Kansas City Chiefs. That's going to be a very interesting game. Jacksonville's definitely going to have to hope and pray that Trevor Lawrence does not make any huge errors in this game, because if he does, Patrick Mahomes, Mahomes magic is going to start coming alive there. Now they have a home field advantage over the Chiefs, so that'll be definitely be helpful for him. But they got to play some good football. They cannot be turning the ball over. They're going to have to run the ball very well, and the defense will definitely have to step up here and really stop this machine that Kansas City has with Mahomes, with Kelsey, and of course Hollywood and all those other receivers that they have there on the offensive side of things. Of course, running game, Pacheco is going to be very, something they're going to have to they do a good job of stopping. And then you got the number 4 seed taking on number 5 seed here. You got the Buffalo Bills hosting the Raiders in that matchup there. That should be a very good, interesting game there. Raiders have been having a good battle. They've been battling very well here the last couple of weeks in this series, and I'm looking forward to see how they pan out here in the playoffs. And then on the NFC side of things, you got, of course, number 1 seed, Seattle to get in the first round bye. In the wild card, you got the Panthers taking on the Bucks. You got the Vikings going to be hosting the Cowboys, and of course, then you got the returning and of course trying to repeat as Super Bowl champions, Eagles hosting the 49ers, who a lot of people like myself and this year in real life feel like this was a team that should have been having a good season here, but they started off with some crazy injuries that did not work too well in their favor. And it looks like I don't know what the deal is in this, at least in this series here, but they've been having some pretty. There were a couple games there they should have won, but they didn't. And of course, McCaffrey's going to have to. Obviously, besides Brock Purdy, McCaffrey's going to have to be very healthy and very ready to run. Of course, getting George Kittle involved and many others here. That's going to be really their key to just stay healthy and just try to, I think they have a good shot over the Eagles right now, at least in this particular series here in our franchise mode here. But that's what the playoff picture looks like right here. And let me know down below what you guys, who you guys think is going to win what, and by what score. And no, never mind. Take that back. We'll actually see these ones here coming up, the winners here, as we're getting ready to sim. But before we get to that, we'll have to go ahead and get to our mock draft. They just released the 3rd mock draft of this for our series. And there you see some of the players here. And of course, if you guys don't know, I did add some of the players from our Holland Scotty series here in the game. So there are some of those players in there. Some of the names you'll recognize that we had in that series. And one of the most recent draft classes there. that we have, and of course I've added some other players as well from me and my buddies coming up with some names and different players for this particular series here. That'd be fun to have and either play against or to have on the team with some pretty reasonable ratings in this. So that's what the mock draft looks like right now. They look, of course, they look seeing us as a 32nd pick, picking a left guard, which that makes sense. The left guard there for us. We are looking for some better improve our offensive line here. That's one of the things we definitely need to be working on. So that's what it looks like right now. And of course, a lot of you guys let me know what you guys think about this here. We'll talk more about these coming up here in a future episode of here in this season before the season wraps up. But now we'll go ahead and we will sim the postseason here. Give you guys another look at the schedule here. So look at the playoff schedule here. So the first game of the day is going to be that the Chargers, Dolphins Chargers. Then after that, it's going to be the Bucks and the Panthers on the Sunday night. And then you got the Chiefs taking on the Jaguars in the first Sunday afternoon game. And then the Cowboys Vikings will be the Monday afternoon game, or the Sunday afternoon game. Monday night game, the Sunday night game, where there will be the Raiders and Bills. And then the Monday night game, the final wildcard matchup, will be the 49ers and Eagles. So let's go ahead and we will sim those and see who will be playing coming up in this next round. So let's see here. Okay, so I went away real quick and did some upgrades, or we're doing some upgrades here. I went ahead and sim, and we got a nice little upgrade here. Let's work on. Let's do run stop. A lot of teams like to try to run on us here, so let's do that. Let's do run stop there. And he's getting close to unlocking his hidden potential there. We have so far I have not seen any of our guys, our rookies, unlock hidden potential right now. So that's one of the things we'll be, of course, looking at here very soon. As we'll go ahead now, we'll go ahead and sim to our to the next round here. As the wild card round is now coming to an end here. We'll see who is going to be the team that we'll be facing. So we'll see. And it looks like it's going to be the Dolphins. So the Dolphins able to get a win. Dolphins able to defeat the Chargers. And they win this one 24-17 against the Chargers. Wow, Chargers were the number 2 seed there. So Togaroa, they're playing a good game there. 209, 2 touchdowns. He had 4 sacks. He was 18 for 28, and he completed 64% of his passes there. So nice job there from him, knocking off Herbert there. Not a good playoff appearance there for Herbert. Almost pretty similar to real life there. But and then you see here some of the numbers there. Hampton had 18 carries for 79 yards, 2 rushing touchdowns. Dolphins did not have a touchdown, but they did have their back run 19 of 75 in the game, along with Ollie Gordon, the second rookie. He ran for 6 for 16 in the game. Let's see here, receiving wise. Waddle, modest 6 of 71. Waller looks like 5 of 53. Tyreek Hill, quiet, 3 for 36, or excuse me, 3 for 37 there for him. McConkey for the Chargers, 2 for 24. Westbrook Inhike, he had 2 catches for 24 yards and a touchdown there for him. And the halfback got involved as well in the passing game. So he was not able to run the ball in the end zone, but he was able to get in the end zone through the air. And he had a nice little touchdown catch of his own. Helped the Finns get a win. So they will now move on to the next round. Jacksonville moves on to the next round. They'll be hosting the number 4 seed Buffalo Bills, as both AFC West teams here, which I kind of figured that the Chiefs were going to, probably mollywop Jacksonville. But Jacksonville did a great job here. 17 of 14 here in the game. Looks like both teams had some turnovers. Let's see here. Jacksonville did a great job with time possession there for the day for them. 38 minutes and 4 seconds. Let's see what he did. Lawrence there, 170 for 17 of 24. Completed 70% of his passes. He had 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Patrick Mahomes, 17 of 27. Completed 62% of his passes. Had 145 day with 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Let's see, what was the deciding factor here? Oh, rushing game probably was. ETN, 20 carries, 106 yards. Pacheco, 10 carries for 44, but he got himself in the end zone there. Let's see this receiver wise. Brown for Jacksonville there, you see 4 for 73. Brown for the Chiefs had 3 for the 52. And then Brian Thomas Jr. For the Jacksonville Jaguars, 5 of 46 there for them. Kelsey, 3 for 23 there for him. Juju Schuster Smith there, 5 or 46 and a touchdown there for him. So that was the only receiving touchdown out of the 2 teams there here. So the running game was really kind to Jacksonville here. And then defensively here, let's look at the Chiefs real quick. Nick Bolt, looks like he had the most tackles there for the Chiefs. That's for TFLs. You had 4 guys with 1. So Chiefs defenses really did not. They struggled a bit here. It's not like them, but that team's starting to. The parts of that team are starting to fall apart here and whatnot. So they gotta regroup here soon. But yeah, nice job there from the Jacksonville Jaguars. Defensively, see here Campbell and Okonkon, they both had 7 tackles. So not a huge day there for him. Savage had 6. And then Armstead and Hines Allen both had 1 TFL apiece. As for the sacks, Walker had a sack in the game, and then interceptions. Okonkon had an interception as well. So this was looked like a pretty good day there for they were able to stay close, or at least stay. Jackson was able to get hold on to the lead and not really get the Chiefs to veer off. Keep the hold of the Chiefs and not let them take off with the game and put them up. Go by another possession there towards the end. But yeah, looks like it was a really good game there for Jacksonville. But Jacksonville will have their hands full here coming up with the Buffalo Bills. Bills got a nice win here, 24-21 over Las Vegas. Looked like Vegas was not able to score in the first quarter. Buffalo was able to score in all quarters, especially in the third, only scoring a field goal there. But Geno Smith, 205, 2 touchdowns, 4 sacks. He completed better passes than Allen. 76% there. He was 20 of 26. Allen 20 of 39. Completed 51% of his passes. But had 258 yards, 2 touchdowns there for him in that game. And let's see here, running wise. See, Chansey had 17 of 86, no touchdowns. Cook has 11 of 70, no touchdowns for him. Looks like Zamir White had 3 carries for 13 yards and a touchdown for Vegas. Geno Smith 4 for 19. And then Ray Davis had 2 carries for 0 yards and a touchdown. How does that happen? Must have had a lot of negative yardage there. But he found himself on the board there as he has got himself a touchdown in the postseason. Receiving wise, we'll take a look here. Khalil Shakir, there you see one of my favorite targets in my Buffalo Bills series that I did a couple years ago in Madden. 8 catches for 119, no touchdowns there. But Brock Bowles, there you see 2 touchdowns for him on 8 catches and 107 yards for him. And then you got Elijah Moore for Buffalo, 4 catches for 22 and a tutty. And then Cook had a tutty as well on a catch for 5 yards there for him. So yeah, looks like I guess the steam ran out for the Raiders, and the Raiders will come up short in the game. Shaq Thompson, the most tackles there for Buffalo at 6. Chin had the most tackles there for Vegas. At 8. Actually, Thomas had 12, not 6. Or the wrong column there. TFLs. Cosby had 1. Cosby had 5 tackles as well. Russo had 5 tackles. The TFL and a sack and a half. Cosby had a sack and a half as well. So yeah, interception wise, no interceptions. So not a bad win there for the Bills, and then now the Bills will have to head down to Florida, to Jacksonville, and take on the Bills. Yeah, have to take on Jacksonville there in Jacksonville for that matchup there. Now on the other side, you got looks like the wild card round really got crazy. You got the Bucks knocking off the the second seed Carolina squad there, as Carolina will come up short here in this one. Of course, both these teams, they see each other twice a year. This is the third time they met up this season, and looks like Wishdame had a pretty good game, especially in the second half there, as he scored 14 there. Oh no, they went to overtime. Wow, so they were tied, and Baker Mayfield was able to have a good game during overtime. 290, 2 touchdowns for him, 2 sacks. He was 27 of 39 in that game, completing 69% of his passes. Bryce Young, 25 of 39, completed 64% of his passes. He had 230 for the day, 2 touchdowns and an interception. He was sacked twice in that matchup there. And of course, not much assistance in the running game there for Hubbard probably had some good numbers there, 16 of 67, but no one can get in the end zone. The only one that looks like they got in the end zone rushing wise was Sean Tucker. He had 6 carries for 18 yards and was able to find his way into the end zone there. Baker Mayfield looks like he just was very must have some really good poise in the pocket and on the field there to get them the overtime win. Good win, 6 catches for 68 yards and a touchdown. Leggett, there you see for the Panthers, 4 for 62. Not a bad day there for him. with a tutty as well. And then Sanders there for Jackson, or for the Carolina Panthers there, 7 of 51 and a touchdown for him. But yeah, because Auden, there you see there, he had a 6 for 46 day with a touchdown as well. So yeah, very impressed. Actually, I need to go back in there and look at the defense. Very impressed there with Mayfield and his squad there. Winfield had 12 tackles. Horn had 8. Those are your leaders there. TFLs. Wallace had 1. Sacks. So yeah, this was a really good day for Baker Mayfield, as he's got now himself to the next round here. And of course, he's got to have to get himself prepared and ready to go to take on the Seattle Seahawks there in this next round, in the divisional round there. They have to head to Seattle there on that one. Cowboys, wow, Cowboys very impressive there, 28-17, as Vikings will come up short in this one as well, as looks like the Cowboys did a good job there in the first half, 21-10, and then only scoring in the second half there in the third quarter, making it 28, and was able to pretty much hold them off for the rest of the game there, only giving up only 7 points in the third quarter to help them get the victory here in the first round here. Dak Prescott, 260, 3 touchdowns. He completed 65% of his passes. He was 21 of 32. McCarthy, 17 of 32. Completed 53% of his passes. Had 168 yards, touchdown, and an interception, along with a sack for the day there for him. We'll see on the ground, Williams for the Cowboys, 22 of 80, no touchdowns. But Jones makes a return. He made a return here last time we faced him. He was not in the game as he had an injury, but he had a touchdown with 13 carries and 13 carries for 57 yards in that one. And Blue, Jalen Blue, there you see 6 for 19 and a touchdown. For him. So we'll take a look here. It looks like receiving was pretty good to them too. They got Shelnut, 4 catches for 82 yards and 2 touchdowns for him. And then you got Pickens, 6 for 60. And a touchdown for him. Jordan Addison for the Vikings. He had a touchdown on 4 catches and 41 yards for his effort there. But yeah, the Cowboys look like defensively they did a great job of putting it to the Vikings here in this one. Blake Cashman for the Vikings. He had the most tackles there for them. Epps had the most for the Cowboys with 7. TFLs, Hardgrove, Greenlard, both had 1. So did Pace. That was about it. Those Ed Wilson and Allen for the Vikings as well all had 1 as well. So not much there for the Cowboys for TFLs, but I see Micah Parsons in this version of the game. He's still with them. Real life, of course, he got traded to Green Bay, but 1 sack there for him. Greenlard as well. Interception wise, Diggs, he had a interception there for the Cowboys. But yeah, this Cowboys, it looks like they really got themselves cleaned up and looking really good. And then the last game of the wild card round is, of course, the Eagles and the 49ers. And the Eagles and Cowboys will face each other there. So you know how that's going to go down. Cowboys will have to go up to Philadelphia to face the Eagles in the next round. But we'll take a look at this one. Looks like Philly had a great second half there, getting 21 points, defeating them. They had 15 points there in the second half, but just could not really catch up. Came close. Looked like they came. I mean, it was a close game. Looks like it was a good, but just their defense. Philly's defense really stepped up, realizing that hey, we can't let them score anymore here. We can't. Not even a field goal. If anything, we're gonna have them come up short, and we're gonna try to win. We're gonna win this one ourselves, and that's what they look like they did. They did a good job there of really not letting the 49ers get. Looks especially towards the end there, some movement and to try to get the win. Jalen Hurts, 266, 3 touchdowns for him. He had 88% of his passes were completed. He was 24 of 27. Wow. So a really good day there for him. I mean, he was pretty much in the zone. Brock Purdy, 18 of 28. 64% of passes were completed. And, of course, he had a 227 yards a day through the air. 4 touchdowns and 1 interception for him, with 2 sacks there for him as well. And then McCaffrey getting over the century mark there, but no touchdowns. 17 carries for 100 yards. Barkley, 11 for 43 and a touchdown. Hurts, 6 for 22 and a touchdown there for him. Glad to see McCaffrey get a 100-yard day. I feel like that right there proves that 49ers had something going on, but unfortunately, something else kind of put a damper on their plans, and which caused them to lose the game. Now you see some numbers there for the Philly and or for the defense. Receiving wise, Smith there you see 3 touchdowns. Kittle had 1. He was 7 of 67 there. Brandon Wickham there you see 5 of 51 or 5 of 41. Love that picture there. 2 touchdowns there for him. And let's see, defensive wise here, Whitehead for the Eagles, 10 tackles in the game, the most for them in the game. And of course Bosa had the most tackles there for the 49ers. TFL leaders Smith and Carter both had 2 for the Eagles, and Dean and Bosa had the most there. Or I should say, Bosa had the most for the San Francisco 49ers. There was only 1 TFL there, the most there for them. A couple guys had 1 as well, but Bosa was the leader. And the interception or sacks there you see as well. Interceptions, the Eagles had 1 for the most part there. So, but that right there, kind of not. I mean, I'm not surprised by it, but that probably was a fun game to watch. Seeing those 2 go at it there. So as you take a look, like I said before, Eagles going to have to host the Cowboys coming up in the next round, the division round. Got the Seahawks taking on the Buccos. Of course, we will be hosting the Dolphins coming up in the divisional round, and of course, it'll be the Jaguars hosting Buffalo in the divisional round as well. So that was pretty much your look at the divisional round. We'll have our game coming up here in the next day or 2. Hopefully, like I said, I think with the Dolphins, we'll have to, obviously, it's going to come down to making sure we stop their passing game. We don't let guys like to, let's see here, get a visual here. So So yeah, like Tariq Hill, we can't get him. We cannot let him get anything going. Same thing with a chain there, running wise. Fitzpatrick, he is going to be watching us like a hawk passing wise. So we'll definitely have to mix the pass and the run up a bit. Of course, I like to see our boy Lamar get involved in the running game early on. So we'll get some of those design runs ready for him and get things going. For us, we have to stop Tua, and then of course just play some really smart football here. Waddle will be another task that we'll have to deal with defensively. Just kind of find a way to shut him down and not let him run about all over the field. But we are at home, and we've had a really successful home game, especially against teams that are have a winning record. We've been doing an excellent job against those, even with times when we're behind, just like in the most recent games we played. Our team, oh my goodness, our team has been doing a great job here for the most part here, playing some really solid football. So like I said, defense really needs to come alive here, really control the pace of the game when it comes to to how the Dolphins want to come out and play offensively. We got to dictate the game and let them know what they can do and what they cannot do, and you go from there. And I think for the most part here, it's going to come down to that. Like I said, for us, running is going to be really important. Passing, it's going to be just as important as well. Throwing those short passes and getting some nice large gains, which has been very good for us. But of course, take a couple times, take a crack at going down the field here and see what we can do against the opposing team's secondary. So yeah, we got a lot of things to look forward to in this game. And like I said, that game will be coming up here in the next day or two. I'm trying to finish up some editing, some other stuff for another series or two. But yeah, we'll definitely get this out as quickly as we can, and be ready to try to continue this journey that we're on right now, trying to get to the Super Bowl and try to bring home another Lombardi Trophy to the city of Baltimore. But that's it for this episode of the Ravens Nest podcast. If you guys enjoyed today's episode, please leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe if you happen to be new, and of course hit that bell notification so you guys be notified of this series or any other series here on ESGNet. Of course, follow us on our second channel here on YouTube at ESGNet Plus LP. And of course, don't forget we do live stream over on Twitch on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday nights at 9 p.m. Central on twitch.tv /ESGNet. So, but that's it from me. And hopefully you guys will stay safe and come back for another episode. As always, keep yourselves really healthy, and I will see you all next time.